let's go to Patrice, who's calling us from Wisconsin. Sounds like with a question about marriage. Patrice, welcome to the program.
Hi, thank you for taking my call.
Hi.
Um, I'm calling. I have been married for 38 years and to a full blown narcissist that I guess I never really realized, although I watch your show all the time. And because of the COVID, we just sold everything and moved to Arizona. Was there for 4 months and I had to come back to Wisconsin for medical appointments every 5 weeks, and my flights keep getting canceled. So I have been here now since March, and I
You've been
realized
in Wisconsin
how
and he's
much,
in Arizona?
yes.
Okay.
And
So that's
I
the
have,
separation is not about conflict. The separation is just about the COVID travels. Is that right?
correct, correct. But
Okay.
in this
All
time,
right. So
I have
what's the
realized,
question?
I have realized how abusive our relationship is. And we talk to each other 3 times a day, and it's just very topical. But I don't know. I feel like this is God's way of intervening to show me a lot of light. Um, when I'm with Him, I want to die, and when I'm here, I want to live.
Wow.
And I'm really confused because 38 years of marriage, and I guess I don't know where to go from here or what to do about it. It's just been a real eye opener, but I don't know what step to do next.
Well,
I'm
you
in no hurry to get back.
were you 38 years and didn't know there was a problem? You said this has been an eye
No.
opener. Yeah, so something had to have,
Well,
I mean, some way that you've
I've
been
been
aware.
told I was the problem. It's always I was the problem.
You mean he's
So,
told you that?
yes,
Yeah.
yes. So
Okay.
everything I've tried to do to make him happy has never made him happy. He just finds something else wrong with me or whatever. And I being a good wife and mom is like number one in my book.
Mm.
And it's weird to be states apart. And I feel like I'm a better person. And I'm so happy. And I feel guilty for being happy because I want to be happy there with him too.
Well, that's a good,
And, 38 years.
yeah, that's a pretty good sentence, right? Have you guys ever,
Right.
in other
It
words,
is. But
to say to him, honey, um, sometimes the things, hey, well, let me back up for a second. Does he know that you feel, quote, abused by him, whatever that means?
yes,
He does.
yes. And his answer is, this is who I am, take it or leave it. You know, he's not going to change.
And
And,
what are we
that's
talking about?
my
What is
perception.
the this? What is the this that you've said to him?
I have said this is emotional abuse or this is financial abuse or,
Well, stop,
you're
stop,
very
stop, 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 stop,
controlling.
stop, 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 stop. Financial abuse, emotional abuse, you're very controlling. Those are unactionable descriptors. Okay. If I'm on the other end of that and you say I'm emotionally abusive, I don't know what to do with that. Okay. It's not specific. Okay. What I what I want you to say is okay, when you do this particular objective thing, that hurts me. So what would an example of that be?
He'll be mad at me and never tell me why he's mad. Ever, ever tell me. I'm just supposed to figure it out. And I
Okay.
will beg to know what it is that I've done wrong. And he's like, well, you'll figure it out. Or trust me, it'll just never happen again because I won't let it. And I'm like, what is it? And I can't come up with anything.
Okay.
I just don't even know what it is.
Yeah, the term for that
um,
is stonewalling. Like you just, you can't get through. Um, well, what attempts have been made to work on this together?
well, that's interesting because I've actually been in counseling because I have the theory that I can't change anybody else. I can just worry about myself. So basically for 38 years, I've pretty much been in and out of counseling to figure
But
out
what
how I
attempts
can
have
cope
been for
with.
the two of you to go in together?
He refuses because he doesn't have a problem,
But
according to
you
him.
but you've asked him on multiple occasions to go to counseling together.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I think that's got to be the step, right? The question is how you get him into that, right? Because what you've learned, and here's probably I'd say something like this. You know, honey, I've become aware of some things since I've been back here. I've talked to you a lot about things that are hurtful to me, and for example, the blah blah blah. Name a few. Okay.
Right.
Um, and because I really want to resolve them, I really want to be close to you. I want us to have a good relationship. Um, and when I talk to you about it, um, it doesn't go anywhere. You say, well, that's just my problem or this and there, but it doesn't take us a step, towards that getting better. And since I've been away, since I've been back here, and I've been away from some of that stuff, I've just really become aware of how much I need for this to change in order for us to be able to thrive. And so I've asked you before, but I'm going to ask you again. When I come back there, I want us to go see a marriage counselor together because I can't continue kind of the way it's going. I need for something to change, and that's the
I
conversation
have,
that I would have.
and he won't. He won't. He says,
O-
I don't have a problem. Life is fine
Okay,
for me. Do it,
I
do what you
understand.
want. And I don't.
Well, hold on a second. I understand that you feel like you don't have a problem. I'm not telling you that you do. I'm telling you that I have a problem being with you in the way that things are now. That's what I'm telling you. And I want us to go talk about that problem, how we can be together in a way that I don't feel so bad. That's what I want to go work on.
And his response is, "You're in control of your feelings, not me, and leave me out of it."
Okay, I can do that. I can do that. And I can do that. Right now, the way I'm doing that is just staying back here. I guess if I come home, the way I'll do that is I'll just have to see how I do that. And then when you're back there and he tries to engage you in this stuff, then this is where a good marriage counselor, even if you go alone, which is the other thing I would suggest. Oops, I just saw the clock here. I gotta wind it up. The other thing I would suggest is when you go back there and he does these things, then you said, okay, you said leave you out of it. So leaving you out of it. And you live your life and start to have, some limits with him of where you're going to expose yourself to this. And then that's got to have some sort of leverage with him. If you're saying, I can't talk to you until you address this. I'm going to lunch with Susie, or I'm going to go do this. If he starts to lose contact with you, so he's gaining something by having you in the orbit, right? And so if you start to have boundaries that say, well, he wants to talk about dinner, he wants to talk about this, he wants to go do this. Well, I can't do that until we address what happened at lunch. Okay. And
Uh huh.
you want me to leave you out? I'll leave you out of it, but I'm inviting you into it. But until you want to talk about that, or until you want to see the counselor too, then I can't engage. So some way of finding what I would like for you to look for are ways in which he's getting benefits from the stance. See, the stance he's taking is working for him. And then
Right.
ultimately, if he just totally stonewalls you and doesn't care, then you have bigger, stronger limits that you pull into place. But right now, I think here's what I would want you to consider: that there's been so much adapting to him that he doesn't have any fear of losing control of you because you want to please him, right? It's important to you. And I think that when you start to say, okay, then fine, I will leave you out of it. I'll go talk to our marriage counselor about this. And if you want to come, you're welcome because I am talking about our marriage, you know, and just
Right.
start to get engaged less around the way he pulled you in and see if that does something. And then if not, then you can say, you know what? I mean, ultimately, what people do sometimes they go, I until you'll agree until you'll agree to go talk about our problems, I just can't be around you. You know, at some point,
Yeah, I feel
you would.
guilty. I feel guilty for being happy right now. I feel
Well,
so
why would
odd,
look if
but
if you're hitting your head up against the wall and it hurts and you stop, it's not going to hurt anymore. Don't feel guilty, right? I mean, there's a reason you
yeah.
feel crummy. But I would. Here's the other tip I would give you. I would get some help in learning how to talk to him, and I would stay away from these categorical, descriptors like emotionally abusive or narcissistic or you're financially controlling. All those things. I would stay in specific behaviors that you can ask him to do or not do, and that
Right.
generally gets way further down the road than when we describe somebody in something that's not really actionable. It's easier for them to be
Yeah, I
defensive.
was just trying to condense it for your sake.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Well, I got
okay.
it.
Well, thank you so much. All
Okay.
right. Thank you so much. All right.
Take
God
take a
bless.
look at boundaries.me. There's a lot of stuff on there that would really, really apply to this. And take a look at the book Boundaries in Marriage. I think that might help as well.